everyone. Good morning. Welcome back to the 8th edition to Christmas series on conversations with humans in development. And my name is Faith Afolabi. I'm the host and the founder for MacBridge. Yesterday we had a wonderful time with our guest, and today we have another person with us today. So sit back, relax, go get your friends, get your popcorn, and just enjoy the season watching this series today. Stay tuned. Okay, so welcome back, and my name is Faith Afolabi, the host of the MacBridge Conversations with Humans in Development. And our guest today will be sharing his experience on how he started his career in the non-for-profit sector. And his name is Mr. Ebenezer Omajalile. He's the founder for Center for Community Youth Advocacy, CCYA. Yeah, and he is the co-founder for Advocate for Children and Vulnerable Persons Network, ACVPN. And also he works with the Association of Social Workers in Nigeria. He's a member of the Nigerian Institute of Management. And also he studied at the Enterprise Development Center on Social Sector Management, and that was where we met. And he's been very active with advocating for vulnerable persons in Nigeria and across the continent as well. So let's get to meet you. Hello, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You're welcome to
Merry Christmas, everyone.
You're welcome to
Thank you for having me.
As usual. Okay, so we would like to know what inspired you to start on this journey in the non-for-profit sector. Can you share with us?
Well, so many things inspired me to join the development sector, the social sector. And the critical one was my own personal experience. Growing up was very, very tough.
Okay.
You know, you're growing up without your biological mother, your father, you know. I had a custody dispute in the sense that my father denied my paternity.
Wow.
You know, so I grew up practically in the hands of my late grandfather, who took me up and ensured that I had one of the best. And during the experience, it wasn't easy to call you names, call you bastard, you get me? But growing up and until my late aunt, you know, I've ventured into a lot of things. You get me? I worked at the private firm where we import frozen food, you know, before and after that my education, you know, it wasn't really easy that. And I have this inborn thing. The social sector itself, it all comprises, you must have this, it is a calling on its own. It's not just what you ventured into. You say it's a calling on its own, it's a different ball game. So most people we have now, they don't have the calling. You know, in the social sector, you can go extra mile, you know, like that's a philosophy I have, using community resources to solve community problems. Maybe because of what I went through, I passed through, you know, up to this time, I'm able to see that if I see something, I know where it will eventually end. And that's one of my motivating factors. And now my late aunt, who now brought me into the not-for-profit sectors, inspired me more. And you know, when you have that inborn thing and you have the environment to explore, just like children, when you identify their potential, they tend to do well. Yes, I'm a go-getter. If I want to set my eyes on something, I always want to go for it. It's something that I discovered it in time. That it's like I fall under that perspective. If you recall, I mentioned Dr. Weze, Dr. Austin Weze of the Lagos Business School. Yes, from Dr. Weze, there was this topic he taught us. It's called the spectral analysis. The spectral analysis, there were some items that has itemized category of people, how they operate. There's the gold aspects, there's the blue aspects, there's the green aspects. And one of the thing that caught my attention, I tried it on myself, is the aspect of the family aspect. So like I was saying, that it brought out the spectrum analysis that has the different category of human potentials. And like I said, myself, I'm very meticulous in anything I do. I like to keep my things neatly. And I noticed that my wife, whenever she comes back from work, she's always throwing her jackets, her shoes, her bag, and all that. And I was able to like, okay, these are things ordinarily we could resolve. I pick those things and keep it where
it's supposed to be.
From what taught us that, ordinarily many homes are breaking because of these trivial issues. So I learned to pick those things that so when she saw that, when she returns from work, instead of me saying, go and keep your bag, she noticed that pick those things. I won't say anything, keep it in her room. The shoes, I pick it in her rooms, you know, and that's worked for me. And I'm just imagining other people who don't have that patience.
No.
Yes, to see it the way I saw it. And those are one of the things I've been operating with all this while. Then I was working with our Regular Community Project as the fundraising manager. And to God be the glory, I was the only one who was able to get them. They get the local attention from Mobile Nigeria, that there was this thing we came up with, Get Stop Back. They call it Get Stop Back. It's in commemoration of the International Day of the Gender-Based Violence that usually kick off from November to December. We had 2 series, and as time goes on, when we lost my aunt, who was the founder, then things were not taking shape the way it is. Like I told you, I'm very, very, very meticulous whatever I do. And I had to move on. And moving on, that was why I was able to set up the Center for Community Youth Advocacy, which is into advocacy programs, women program. We also do a lot of partnership and do a lot of capacity building. And that also informed me. I was part of the pioneer of the Child Protection Network in Nigeria, in Lagos State, which I was the head of the rescue referral. Yeah, I was really into it, and we saw a need that we don't want to be limited, just like my organization, Center for Community Youth Advocacy, Center for Community Youth Advocacy, CCYA, and we came together across the country to set up the Advocates for Children and Vulnerable Persons Network. So we want in the Advocate for Children and Vulnerable Persons Network, ACVPN, we have units of, we have the legal team, we have the human rights team, we have the women team, we have virtually anything you can think of, and putting the square peg in the square hole. So when issues work, and it's a combination of state actors and non-state actors coming together, leveraging on each other's strength to achieve the common goal in the best interest of children and vulnerable persons across the country and beyond. And yes, and to God be the glory, we've been incorporated in the South African Rape Manual.
Wow.
Because of the activities, one of our colleagues who went for a PhD, because on the charts, we have a national chart. Now we've now expanded the charts to Telegram now to absorb more people, because we are limited on the WhatsApp. So, and establishing it through the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and it should be a win-win thing. We have our issues too, you know, some of the non-cooperating agencies in terms of prosecution. When you read about children are being abused, women are being raped, you get me? Those who are supposed to do their job in terms of prosecution are not doing it. So, and we've been privileged to work with very fantastic the real sectors in those systems, like the Force Headquarters, Nigerian Police Force, Lagos State Command, NAPTIP, the DSS, the Ministry of Justice. So putting those square and using the community resources to solve community problems. And that has been our strength all this while.
All right. We'll go on a very short break, and when we come back, we'll continue. Stay tuned. welcome back from that short break, and my name is Faith Afolabi, and you've been speaking with my guest, Mr. Ebenezer Omajalile, and he is the founder for the Child Center Advocacy for Youth. And so, but before we continue, it's getting very intense. I'd like us to play a very short break game. That will be a very short game, and I'm just going to ask you a question, yes or no, and you just answer true or false. So, can we start? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, I have been in every state in Nigeria. Yes or no?
No.
I have tried a TV diet plan before. Yes or no?
No, I have not.
Okay.
No.
All right. Have you permanently lost your wallet before?
I don't go beyond my boundary. Yes, I have lost my wallet. Yes.
So the last one, have you ever shaved your hair yourself before?
No, I haven't.
Thank you so much for that wonderful time. So we'll continue with our conversations. So I'd like to know, what would you advise young people out there that want to start up a career in your field? What are the steps that they should take to start up a career in your field? Yes.
Yeah, my advice was who want to start own not-for-profit or the social sector, you should ask yourself what you really want to go for. What's your focus, area of focus? You get me? You need to distinguish between, you get me now, passion and interest. Yes. Because most people they can't distinguish between both, and they get frustrated. So, and you must have the clout of what you can leverage on. Because what has worked for me is the kind of the clouds we have, and be able to use them positively. And that's it. Don't take undue advantage of your partners. You know what I mean? And everybody counts. Everybody counts. Nobody is useless in your quest of setting up or venturing to the social sector. Nobody is useless. So everybody counts, and also respect others. But be focused. And before you go into it, you must love yourself. Love yourself, and you love yourself that I love myself. And if you love yourself, you'll be able to attend to so many issues in the course of undertaking the social sector aspect of it. It's very, very key. So distinguish between what you want to do and your passion and your interests. It goes a long way. And leverage an available opportunity. I always use this word: use community resources to solve community problems.
Okay, so did you do any course related to what you're doing now? I know we met at social sector at the Pan Atlantic, yes. But did you study anything related to that in the university before you got there?
I did political science. I also do some social sciences.
Okay.
I read some political science and all that. And also did sociology.
Okay.
Did some part of sociology too. That was my first course before I switched to political science.
Okay.
And I also did voice and governance in ARUSHA, Tanzania, and which comprises a whole lot combination of both the social sector, private sector. You get me?
How can someone get that kind of opportunity? If someone watching now and they say, okay, they want to go to Tanzania, how can they get that? Was it sponsored? Or you applied for it?
It was sponsored.
Okay.
By Action Aid.
Okay.
It was sponsored. That's why I'm saying that in the course of the social sectors, you leverage on available opportunities. Yes, exactly.
Interesting. So have you ever wanted to throw in the towel, for example? Have you ever thought of giving up?
Yes. In the course of it, that's why I'm saying that before they venture into it, just distinguish between your passion and your interest, your area of focus. Very, very key. Because you don't have to be, you are dancing to the radar. Don't be a showboy or showgirl thing, because that's where you missed it. And because of that is why we go back to the drawing board. Always go back to the drawing board and assess the outcome of your activity on a daily basis. And always try to aim high. Aim high, when I say aim high, the clout of people that is relevant to what you are doing. If not, you'll be thinking throwing in the towel. If you have the right clout around you, that okay, you call them, come rain, come sun, they are there for you. You get me? When the concern time that's in terms of case management, it's really frustrating. Recently, I was almost slapped by an officer in one of the police stations in Lagos State. But he's running that skater now. He's running that skater now because I have my clout with me. I know what I'm doing. The division, I had to petition the area commander that that's an assault, attempted assault on me. And it's been caused left and right. We escalated it to the social media because we watch with the press, the channels, television, both online and the print media, electronic media. You know what it means, how their stories travel fast. And because we are all combined in the Advocate for Children and Vulnerable Persons Network across Nigeria. So it becomes difficult for the officer who's been running Delta Scatter now. So know the right, pick the right sort of people to work with, and don't be the boss. Yes, don't be the boss. Be the one, be the, don't be the calling, Yoruba calling or Moshe. Always see yourself, but people see you as the boss. You get me?
Yes.
The boss. Yes. There's a difference between a boss and a manager. Don't be the boss man or boss woman. That's my fight with so many things. Those associations, they are criticizing the federal government. What happens around us in the not-for-profit is worse than what is happening out there.
You're right.
That's my advice to those young ones.
Okay, I want to pick up a career. So finally, do you have a mentor? And if yes, how would you advise the young people to get a mentor to help them in this course?
There are so many. Yes, you have to choose the mentor-mentee process. Unfortunately, we're having so many ritualists, and you need to watch your back in the course of getting a mentor.
Can you throw more light on that? What exactly do you mean?
I've seen so many people who want to be my mentor, who I see, I will take them with high esteem, you know, but let them to find out that it's not, things were not the way you see it. Do you get me now?
Yeah.
So one of the people that really inspired me, like my late aunt, I said, Dr. Austin Nweze. Yes, he's even he's the chairman of my organization, Center for Community Youth Advocacy. So you know what it means. We watch carefully. The person doesn't have to have the wall of money, but what he can do, the interest of that person. And you get me? In the course of you working with that person, it's very, very important when you want to have a mentor. Watch not that, I don't say because the celebrity, you don't know the dark secrets the celebrity has. You don't know if he's a drug dependent. You don't know if he's an homosexual. You don't know, you get me? We have so many reasons for you to really watch carefully before you pick a mentor. That's my advice. You need to watch carefully before you pick a mentor. Because things are not the way we often look at them.
Wow.
So you have to be very careful with your mentor.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ebenezer. It's been such a wonderful time with you, especially at this Christmas season. And we wish you a wonderful Christmas with your family. And we hope that you come back again when we invite you.
Always at your disposal.
Another series, yes. So for those of you just watching, we've come to the end of today's episode, the 8th day to Christmas. Look out for tomorrow's episode. We'll be here till it's Christmas. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, invite your friends, send us an email at Margaret Consult if you have questions on your career in non-for-profit, and we'll be able to connect you with the resources required. So from me is a bye. Have a wonderful Christmas celebration and a happy New Year in advance.